Dun 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 dun. Weddings are often synonymous with beauty, romance, and a bit of magic. But let's be real, they can also be insanely expensive and stressful to plan. What if I told you I planned my wedding under 3,000 US dollar within 1 month? Sounds impossible? Let me break it down for you so you can focus on what really matters to you when planning your special day. With over 15 years in planning and program management, I approach my wedding like a special project. 3 key elements guided this process: time, budget, scope. Time is both resource and the timeline. The when of the wedding. My husband lives in Asia and has family responsibilities on behalf of both of us. We got engaged before COVID in 2019 and originally planned to have our wedding and get married in around March 2020. Right! Exactly when the whole world shut down. Finally, around April 2022, the world started to reopen and we resumed our planning process. Our first step was defining the scope, our vision for the wedding. What do we want our wedding to be and stand for? For us, it's pretty straightforward. A testimony between us and a celebration with a small group of close family and friends. No glitz, no glam. If there would be any person, it should be the groom and the bride had no stress at all planning their own wedding. We wanted something intimate and meaningful. So, tip number 1, get clear on your priorities. It will save your time, money, and stress. As an international couple, we found that the US has one of the easiest wedding registration process, with minimal documents required and a reasonable 72-hour wait time between obtaining a marriage license and having a wedding ceremony. In comparison, for example, registration in mainland China requires being a local citizen and booking an appointment according to the government schedule availability. We decided to get married in Texas. In line with our vision and scope, we'd like to invite a few immediate family members from Canada and Asia and our close friends community in Texas locally. To also accommodate my husband's work schedule, we chose a date a few days before Christmas Day. This timing also allows us to travel afterwards with our families through New Year's, turning it into a perfect second round of celebration. So tip number 2, narrow down your location and date to align with your vision and scope. Now let's talk about the budget. We weren't interested in lavishness, but we did want to treat our guests very well to a nice post-wedding meal and spend on our family trip afterwards. We opted for a simple court wedding where we wrote and read our own vows since it was a cold winter day and many friends had holiday obligations around the same week. So we chose our favorite local restaurants for a post-wedding lunch gathering. This saved us a ton of money. No decoration needed, leverage what the restaurant has, perfect atmosphere. The restaurant arranged all the seatings for us for free. It's just like a normal group lunch. We did bring a custom wedding cake. The lunch, including drink, cost us $410 for 12 people who ended up going, and the wedding cake was $173. When it comes to the budget, the biggest expenses ended up being hiring 2 photographers. Remember, the vision for the wedding is to be intimate and have meaningful time together. So we hired 1 photographer to do pre-wedding photo shoots at San Antonio Mission National Park and another photographer to do a more intimate micro lens style for our wedding day for the ceremony. The park's grandeur provided diverse photo opportunities and the permit for shoot was only $50. Heads up, usually places like that do require processing time, so I would highly recommend at least 1 month before the shooting date to secure the photographer who will be able to apply for the permit on your behalf. And also, we underestimate how challenging holiday season could be. Many photographers were not available. I had to reach out to 16 photographers to finally lock down 2 available on our wedding day, because they have their own family plans, holiday plans, etc. What total cost when it comes to photography ended up being $1,353. It was about half day, 3-4 hours for the pre-wedding shoot, only 1 to 2 hours for the wedding ceremony. Another significant cost was my wedding accessories, including the veil, the bridal flower, the boutonniere for my husband's suit, this one, and my headband. I got 2 of these, and definitely the wedding dress. I know what kind of dress I wanted exactly for a long time. Right after we got engaged, I started looking for a classic A-line, long sleeve, lace-covered white dress, probably trumpet mermaid style, which I ended up getting. Since it's very classic and standard style, I find all kinds of options in the branded stores, online, second-hand market. The problem with all those branded stores, even with discounts, they can easily be over 600 or even 1,000. It doesn't make sense to me for one outfit that most people, including me, would probably just wear once in my life. The challenge in the second market was actually the limited size options. Not too many sizes that might fit me in the US market. As you may know, China is famous for cheap wedding dresses. I found jjhouse.com, where I ended up getting everything, including all the accessories, about $473, totally under $500 US. You can send them the measurements in advance. It does take them 2 to 3 weeks to get the dress made and delivered to you. Make sure you plan that time ahead. For a wedding dress, you probably need a little bit more than 1 month before your wedding day. My husband just wore a standard black suit that he already owned. So most budget went to my dress and accessories. I felt like a true princess when I was in my dress. The quality was amazing and it was a perfect fit for me. Apart from photography, lunch, food, drink, and the wedding cake, wedding dress, and all the accessories, the other expenses will be $215 to have the marriage license and the judge ceremony. I did my own makeup and hairstyle, not just to save money, but because I prefer a simple look, which I achieved with some practice by following YouTube tutorials. Saves money and also time on the wedding day. I got to do the same for my pre-wedding shoot. It's so easy if you can just do it on your own. And regarding the invitation, we designed a beautiful electronic version and sent out by email and text messages, so everybody can also RSVP online. For the lunchtime, I also got to change my outfit into a normal white long sleeve shirt and emerald dark green silk dress with my white boots. All those clothing pieces can be worn in all kinds of other occasions. They match my wedding color, my wedding cake color as well, with emerald green, gold, and white. As we set the wedding vision to be an intimate and a meaningful experience, we opted to host only 15 guests, which led us to a simple court ceremony, lunch afterwards with the customized wedding cake, and spent most of our budget on hiring wonderful photographers to create memories for us. I got to find a dress perfect for myself, reasonable budget. All in all, the wedding cost ends up being $2,700 US. And there you have it. Except for the wedding dress, I planned everything else in November, 1 month before December 2022. It's all about prioritizing what truly matters to you and getting a little bit creative. Despite that the whole world might tell you that you need an expensive wedding, you can absolutely create an intimate and meaningful celebration within your budget without stress. À la prochaine! See you next time!